Okay guys, in this session we are going to discuss about the Coulomb's law. In last session we are discussed about the basic properties of a charge. Coulomb's law is a most IMP topic of this chapter. Means number of questions, number of theory, number of questions were asked during based on this law, and number of theory which is based on this. So this unit of charge is given by this one. The first of all you must be noted what is the unit of charge. Up to this one we are not giving any unit of a charge. Unit of charge is given as a coulomb. That is the SI unit of charge. Which unit? SI. So by this from this law, from the name of a coulomb, so we just gives the unit of a charge is a coulomb. Unit of charge is what? Coulomb, which is represented by the capital C. Which is represented by the capital C. You must be note this. Okay. What is the unit of charge? Unit of charge is a coulomb. And the coulomb is a much more larger unit. Coulomb is what? Much more larger unit. So we are using the smaller unit of charge like this one, micro coulomb, nano coulomb, okay, milli coulomb. So these are the smaller unit of charge because the coulomb is a larger unit. So for this purpose we use the small units, micro coulomb, nano coulomb and milli coulomb. That's the basics now. Okay. Now let us discuss the we discuss in detail about the Coulomb's law. So let's start the session. So what is Coulomb's law? The electrostatic force between the 2 point charge, must be note this, 2 point charge is varied inversely as the square of the distance, inversely as the square of the distance, inversely between the two charges and directly proportional to the product of the magnitude of two charges. First of all, what is the meaning of point charge? Must be note this. If you consider the point charge, what is the meaning of point charge? Point charge means what? Its dimension is much more smaller compared to distance. Dimension much smaller compared to distance. This is called a point charge. That is a simple definition of point charge, and all of you guys must be note this one because this law is applicable only for a point charge. Which type of point charge? Static point charge. Static point charge. What is the meaning of static? Static means a rest. Static means what? Rest. If any static point charge, you have two static point charge, then this force is given by the law. But what is this point charge? Dimension of the charge, dimension of the body is much more smaller compared to its distance. That's called a point charge. Okay, like a point object. If you consider the earth is actually large body, but if you consider this earth with respect to sun, then the distance between the earth and sun is much more larger compared to dimension. So at that time you consider the earth is also point mass. So similar way, here we consider the point charge. Point charge means much more smaller dimension. You must be noted. Okay, let's come back to this one study. This force between the 2 point charge is inversely proportional to the distance square of the distance. Let's consider the simple situation. That is a one charge q1, that is another charge q2. The distance between them is considered supposed to be r. Then force between the two charge F proportional to 1 upon r square, thus inversely proportional distance square, and directly proportional to the product means F is directly proportional to product of the charge magnitude, so q1 into q2. So what we write from this one, F is directly proportional to q1 q2 upon r square. This is the Coulomb's law. This equation gives us a Coulomb's law. This one is only for a which force? Electrostatic force, means the charge must be at the rest. Okay, if you eliminate this proportionality sign, then you must be put a one constant. So F is equal to K q1 q2 upon r square. Must be note this. This is the force between the two charge. That is the force between a two charge along the line joining this two charge. Means if you have to give the direction, then force on q1 is on this direction F12, and force on q2 in this direction F21. 1-2 means force on 1 due to 2, and 2-1 means force on 2 due to 1. ओके, इस तरह से आप सिंपल दे सकते हो, मतलब उसी लाइन पे the along the line joining this one, with k is a constant. Here k is representation as a constant, so k is equal to what? Constant. We discuss about k in detail. Okay. So what is this? F is equal to k q1 q2 upon r square. F is equal to k q1 q2 upon r square. What is the magnitude of k? What is the value of k? So k is equal to 9 into 10 raised to 9 SI. You must be note it. K is equal to 9 into 10 raised to 9 SI. What is the unit SI? So if you find the k from this relation, then k dimension of k is equal to dimension of F into r square upon q1 q2. Must be note this. So what is the SI dimension? Force, unit of force Newton, into unit of r square meter square upon unit of c unit of charge, it's a coulomb, then coulomb square. So this SI is represents a Newton meter square per coulomb square. You must be noted. This unit of charge is equal to what? Newton coulomb square. So coulomb, so this unit of k is a Newton meter square per coulomb square. Newton meter square per coulomb square. Let's discuss first about the unit of charge. Not this additional note. Unit of charge. Additional note. Okay. So unit of charge is given as a coulomb, capital C. That is SI unit. That is what? SI. What is the CGS unit? CGS unit of charge is given as a ESU, electrostatic unit. What we call it is electrostatic unit. We call it is electrostatics unit. What is the relation between coulomb and ESU? So 1 coulomb is equal to 3 into 10 raised to 9 ESU. Must be remember. 1 coulomb is equal to 3 into 10 raised to 9 ESU. That is the relation between SI units and CGS unit. So write one additional note here. Value of k in CGS. Value of k in CGS. So what is the k actually? K is equal to 9 into 10 raised to 9 Newton meter square per coulomb square. Okay, so let's put this value. So 9 into 10 raised to 9. Write down the Newton in CGS. So 10 raised to 5. Then meter square in centimeter. So 10 raised to 4 centimeter square upon coulomb square in CGS. So 9 into 10 raised to 18 ESU square. मैंने directly square कर. So if you count this value, if you find this value, then what you get the finally? See, everything is cancelled here. See, everything is cancelled here. 9, 9, 10 raised to 5 and total 18 numerator, 18 denominator. So your answer is what? K is equal to 1 in CGS. You must be remember this additional note. K is equal to 1 in CGS. K is equal to 9 into 10 raised to 9 in a SI unit. So this is some additional note you must be note. This is a additional note you must be note in your books. Okay. Then after we are just go to this next one. Note it. Okay. If you consider this situation, then F is given by the k q1 q2 upon r square, where k is this one. When k is again defined in another terms. What is this k? Let's see. So k is equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught. That's one another term. That's another form of a k. So this equation that's written as a F is equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught into q1 q2 upon r square. ऐसे भी लिख सकते हो आप. ठीक है. k is equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught. So F is equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught. K is q1 q2 upon r square. For what is epsilon naught here? You must be note this. What is the epsilon? That's called a permittivity of a free space. What we call it is permittivity of a free space. उसका मीनिंग क्या हुआ देखो, मतलब एप्सिलॉन की वैल्यू क्या होगी 1 upon 4 pi k. What is this? It is equal to 1 upon 4 pi k. You just put the value of k here 9 into 10 raised to 9. Then finally you get this answer 8.85 इंटू 10⁻⁻12 इन SI, मतलब कि K का यूनिट है उसका रिवर्स यूनिट होगा न्यूटन मीटर स्क्वायर पर कूलम स्क्वायर है, तो इसका यूनिट क्या होगा कूलम स्क्वायर पर न्यूटन मीटर स्क्वायर. You must be remember this value, quite very important value, because we use this value in a full electrostatic. Epsilon naught is called a permittivity of a free space. That is a property of a free space. Epsilon naught is what? Property of a free space which is relates to electric field. We discuss about electric field later on, but this one is quite important note, so you must be note here. That is a very important note, so you must be note. This is the representation of a Coulomb's law. Okay, and by this law we just gives a unit of charge is a coulomb. CGS unit of a charge is given as a ESU, electrostatics unit, and relation between them is 1 coulomb is equal to 3 into 10⁻⁹ ESU. Okay, value of K in SI 9 into 10⁻⁹ Newton meter square per coulomb square, and in CGS 1. Value of K in CGS 1, another form of K is what? K is equal to 1/4 pi epsilon naught, where epsilon naught is what? It is a permittivity of a free space, the property of a free space which is related to the electric field. Okay, and what is the value of epsilon naught in SI units? It's equal to 8.85 into 10⁻⁻12 coulomb square per Newton meter square. You remember this? That's most IMP thing. That is the most IMP thing. Okay, let's notice not this, then after we are just go to this next one. This is the force in a free space. That is a force in a free space. What do you think in a medium? If you consider the medium, okay, let's we write one additional notes. If the medium is present between the two charges, see, then you consider first free space. You just write, if the free space or air, if you consider the air is present, then that is a charge Q1, in here is the charge Q2, distance between them is R, then force is given by F is equal to K Q1 Q2 upon R square. ठीक है, if the medium is present, then what? So what happen in medium? So write down this special notes in medium. Suppose here the charge Q1 which is placed in a medium, there is a two case actually. In a medium there is a two case, but we discuss this later on. Okay, let's see, here some distance is same as R. Here the medium is present. Here the medium is. So actually, can we write this equation in this form? F is equal to 1/4 pi epsilon naught into Q1 Q2 upon R square. So when the medium is present, how we write this force? Fm is equal to 1/4 pi epsilon into Q1 Q2 upon R square. Can we write this equation where epsilon is what? Permittivity of a medium. Permittivity of मीडियम, ऐसा लिख सकते हैं. ठीक है, सो एप्सिलॉन की वैल्यू जो है इतनी हो जाएगी. तो यू मस्ट बी राइट दिस वैल्यू इन दिस वे, वेयर एप्सिलॉन इज इक्वल टू एप्सिलॉन नॉट इनटू के, वेयर की कैपिटल के है, दिस इज कैपिटल के इज इक्वल टू डाइलेक्ट्रिक कांस्टेंट. Dielectric constant. We discussed about dielectric constant in detail later on in a capacitance. Right now we remember this one. So if you write down this F medium, then what is F medium? So F medium is equal to 1/4 pi. Epsilon is replaced by epsilon naught into capital K into Q1 Q2 upon R square. So what is the answer? Is equal to 1/k into 1/4 pi epsilon naught into Q1 Q2 upon R square upon R square. So you just observe this relation. See this one. You just observe this one. This is F8. See. So what is this actually? F8. So can we write this answer in this form? F medium is equal to F8 upon K. So this is the force in a medium. If a medium is given, means you just put the two charge in a medium having a dielectric constant K, then the force in medium is given as a force in A upon K. Means in a medium force is reduced by K. In a medium force is reduced by K. but here we does not change the distance, so we must be right here distance is same. In a medium, which parameter does not change? Distance. So write down r is equal to constant, because we have a two case here. That is a case 1. That is what? Case 1. Now let us we discuss the case 2. In a medium, if you consider the distance is change, if you consider the distance is change, okay, so that is the second case. That is the second case. Here r is constant, we does not change the r. Here we does not change the r. Then force is change. If you just consider this r is constant, then force is change. So r is constant, then force is equal to F air upon K. Means because remaining parameter does not change. Q1 same, Q2 same, dielectric constant K for a medium is constant. So here the two parameters are variable. Which one? The distance between two charge and a force. If you consider the case 1, R constant, then force in a medium is given as a F air upon K. If you consider the R does not change, sorry, R is changed, then force is constant. Case 2. So let's we discuss case 2. मतलब पहले केस में हमने क्या किया, आर सेम रखा, अभी हम फोर्स सेम रखते हैं कि किसको चेंज करते हैं, आर को चेंज करते हैं, ठीक है. सो हियर एफ इज कांस्टेंट, देन आर इज चेंज. दैट इज द सेकेंड केस. लेट्स वी डिस्कस द सेकेंड केस. Let's we discuss the second case. So you just consider that's Q1, that's Q2, which is placed in a medium. So that is a medium, but distance is changed. Suppose Rm. So which parameter is same? Which parameter is same? So here the parameter is same is the force. So let's we write this equation. So F medium is equal to F air. तो दोनों का इक्वेशन रख दो, हमको पता ही है. सो एफ मीडियम एंड एफ फोर्स ए दोनों सेम है. सो 1/K इंटू Q1 Q2 अपॉन 4πε0 R मीडियम स्क्वायर, ठीक है, इज इक्वल टू Q1 Q2 अपॉन 4πε0 R square. In air, what is the distance? Air. R8 square. If anything is cancel out, then cancel it. Let's we cancel out some terms. So Q1 Q2 cancel, Q1 Q2, 1/4πε cancel. So what is the remaining task? So remaining is what? 1/K into 1/R medium square, ठीक है, is equal to 1/R air square, ठीक है. So finding out the R medium. So R medium, take a under root on both side. Take under root on both sides. So your answer is R air upon root K. So that is the second case. So in a medium we have a two case. यहाँ पे दो पैरामीटर चेंज हो सकते हैं, एक तो फोर्स और दूसरा डिस्टेंस. एक है फोर्स, दूसरा डिस्टेंस. इफ यू चेंज द फोर्स, देन डिस्टेंस इज कांस्टेंट. इफ यू चेंज द distance, then force is constant. So in first case we consider the distance is same. See, R and R. In the both case we consider the distance is same, R and R. So if the R is same, then force is reduced by K. If the force is same, then R is reduced by root K. मतलब कि अगर आपने 1 मीटर रखा है डिस्टेंस हवा में, तो फिर मीडियम में कितना रखना है? 1/√K रखना है. अगर आपने हवा में 5 मीटर डिस्टेंस रखा है, तो मीडियम में कितना रखा है? 5/√K रखना है. ओके, इन सेकेंड केस. सो दिस इज द टू केसेस. That is the two cases. Here you must be right in additional notes. Then what is the remember additional note? How we remember additional notes? You must be remember these two things only. Case 1 R same, then force change, like this. If R same and force R same, then force same, then F medium is equal to F/K. और सेकेंड केस क्या होगा? F सेम. अगर F सेम रखा तो फिर क्या चेंज होगा? R चेंज होगा. कैसे चेंज होगा? सो R मीडियम, दैट्स F, दैट्स यू राइट दिस इन दिस वन इज राइट इन दिस फॉर्मेट, ओके, लाइक दिस. सी F air upon K. Similarly R medium is equal to R air upon √K. मतलब that is only for MCQ. That is the additional note only for MCQ. Must be right in your books properly. Then after we are just go to this next. Okay, not this. Okay, let's see. Note this in your books. Okay, everything additional notes. Let's see. So vector form of a Coulomb law. In the first one, which is called a scalar form of a Coulomb's law. In the first case, we are not considering any direction. This direction is may be changed, may not be. Okay, but here we consider the direction because force is a vector quantity. So electrostatic force may be attractive or repulsive. Electrostatic force may be attractive or repulsive. So direction of the force is given by the vector form of a law. मतलब कि आपको डायरेक्शन का इलेक्ट्रोस्टैटिक फोर्स की देनी है तो आपको वेक्टर लॉ यूज करना पड़ेगा. लेट्स वी अंडरस्टैंड दिस वेक्टर लॉ प्रॉपर्ली. इफ यू कंसिडर दिस टू चार्ज इज इन अ वेक्टर, कंसिडर x, y and z, actually like this, x, y and z. Okay, it's a actually 3-dimensional figure, but the z is just come out from the plane. Here the x, y and z is come out from the plane. Consider somewhere here the charge are placed. Here the q1, here the q2. These two charges are placed in such a way. So what is the position vector of q1? Let's consider the position vector of q1 is suppose r1. Position vector of q2 is suppose consider as a r2. So what is r1 and r2? r1 is represent position vector of charge q1. r2 is represents a position vector of charge q2. Then what is the distance between the q1 and q2? The distance between the q1 and q2, consider r12. Distance between the q1 and q2 is considered as a r12. Okay, like this. You must be remember this properly. Then how we gives the force between this q1 and q2? How we gives the force between q1 and q2? If you consider q1, then force due to q1 is suppose in this direction. If consider this, there is again two cases. If q1, thus case 1, q1 and q2 have same sign. Same sign means both are like charges, means both are positive, both are negative. Same sign means what? Both positive or both negative. Okay, then how you gives the force? So if the two forces are same, if you consider the two forces are same, then there is a repulsive force are produced. There is a repulsive force is produced. So there is a force on one in this direction, repulsive. repulsive force कैसा होगा? वो opposite direction में होगा, इस तरह से, मतलब oppose करेगा वो. If these two charges are present here, so repulsive force on this in this direction, here in this means both are try to move away from each other. That's called a repulsive force. Due to the repulsive force, both this charge are try to move in a away direction. Okay, so in this way we just gives the repulsive force. Okay, let's see. There is a repulsive force between these two. So what we call it is F12 and we call it is F21. F12 and F21 both are opposite in a direction and away from each other. So repulsive force means what? There is a repulsive force is produced. Which type of force is produced? Repulsive force is produced. So if the repulsive force is produced, then away from each other, that's called repulsive force. Okay, so that's a away from each other, must be not this force is away from each other. So in this way we just get the answer. Okay, what is the distance between r12? So let's we find this force. So force on charge q1 due to q2, force on charge q1 due to q2. So that's called a F12. Here 1 2 means force on 1 due to 2 1 means force on 2 due to 1. So F12 is equal to K q1 q2 upon r12 square into r12 यूनिट वेक्टर, मतलब उसकी डायरेक्शन है यूनिट वेक्टर से दे दो r12 यूनिट वेक्टर. तो फोर्स किस डायरेक्शन में? इस तरफ है, देखो इस तरफ है ना, तो वहाँ पे डायरेक्शन भी दे देते. सो दिस इज द डायरेक्शन ऑफ R12 ऐसे होगी ना, और 1-2 के डायरेक्शन में R12 होगा, तो फिर 2-1 किस डायरेक्शन में होगा, 2-1 इस डायरेक्शन में होगा, 1-2 इस तरफ है क्योंकि उसका फोर्स इस तरफ लग रहा है, ठीक है। सो द 1-2 इज इन द डायरेक्शन ऑफ F12 एंड 2-1 इज इन द डायरेक्शन ऑफ अपोजिट ऑफ F12 बिकॉज वो फोर्स इस डायरेक्शन में। तो R12 फाइंड करना है तो वेक्टर्स लॉ आप यूज कर सकते हो। इफ यू वांट टू फाइंड द R12 देन यूज द वेक्टर्स लॉ। हाउ लेट्स वी गेट दिस आंसर। So you just forming a triangle, see like this, let's we form this triangle. So this is the origin, so this is R1, that is a R2, and in which direction this R12, sorry R12, let's we just gives a vector like this. Then how you find out the unit vector R12? So you if you consider this one, use the vector rule. If you use the vector rule, then how you get this answer? So then you get the answer R2 plus R12 is equal to R1. yes or no? देखो इस तरह से ट्राइंगल फॉर्म करा है, तो मतलब यहाँ पे टेल्स कहाँ पे साथ में और हेड्स कहाँ पे साथ में, तो फिर R1 की टेल्स और R1 का हेड, R1 की टेल्स है वो R2 के पास है, R1 का हेड है वो R12 के पास है। तो वेक्टर रूल कैसे लिखते हैं, यूज द ट्राइंगल फॉर्म। सो R2 प्लस R12 इज इक्वल टू R1, R2 प्लस R12 इज इक्वल टू R1, ऐसे लिख सकते हैं आप। तो यहाँ पे लिख दो ऐसे R2 प्लस R12 इज इक्वल टू R1। सो इसमें से R12 फाइंड करो। सो R12 इज इक्वल टू R1 minus R2. So this is the vector. Consider it is the equation number 1, huh? Equation number 1. Consider it is the equation number 2. ठीक है, तो 1 और 2 हो गया। So let's see, we want a R12 unit vector. What is unit vector? Vector upon magnitude. What is the unit vector? Vector upon magnitude. So let's we have to find write down this one. So simple, R12 is equal to R12 वेक्टर अपॉन मैग्नीट्यूड। तो ऐसा हो गया। तो वेक्टर का वैल्यू क्या है, देखो R1 माइनस R2 अपॉन R12। कंसिडर इट इज इक्वेशन नंबर 3। इक्वेशन नंबर तो 2 देखो यहाँ पे 1, तो 1 में 3 की वैल्यू रख दो। सो फ्रॉम इक्वेशन 1 and 3, फ्रॉम इक्वेशन 1 and 3 व्हाट वी गेट, सो फ्रॉम equation 1 and 3 what we get here, see F12 is equal to K Q1 Q2 upon R12 square into, इस वैल्यू को रख दो यहाँ पे R1 माइनस R2 R1 माइनस R2 अपॉन R12। सो डिनोमिनेटर में R12 स्क्वायर R12, तो टोटल कितना हो जाएगा, R12 क्यूब हो जाएगा। सो तो F12 इज इक्वल टू K Q1 Q2 अपॉन R12 क्यूब इंटू R1 माइनस R2। सो दिस इज द वेक्टर फॉर्म ऑफ अ फोर्स। ये हो गया वेक्टर फॉर्म ऑफ अ फोर्स। अगर ये देखो यहाँ पे 1-2 इस डायरेक्शन में, तो F21 कहाँ पे होगा, अपोजिट है। तो यहाँ पे भी न्यूटन्स लॉ अप्लाई होता है। दिस बोथ दिस फोर्स आर इक्वल एंड अपोजिट, दिस बोथ दिस फोर्स आर इक्वल एंड अपोजिट। इफ यू हैव टू राइट डाउन हियर R21 then it is exactly opposite of the R12. So similar way of R21, how we finding out the here we find out the force on charge Q1 due to Q2, force on charge Q1 due to Q2. Now let's be finding out second case, force on charge Q2 ड्यू टू Q1। तो आंसर क्या आएगा, देखो F21 इज इक्वल टू K Q1 Q2 अपॉन R21 स्क्वायर इंटू R21 यूनिट वेक्टर। तो फिर यूनिट वेक्टर है वो एग्जैक्टली अपोजिट हो जाएगा। तो यहाँ पे R21 यूनिट वेक्टर को कैसे लिख सकते हैं, देखो वो डायरेक्शन देखो यहाँ पे, सी हियर दिस डायरेक्शन, सी हियर, see this is the direction of R12 and that is the direction of R21, both are opposite to each other, है ना। तो फिर ऐसा लिख सकते हैं कि R21 है ऑपोजिट डायरेक्शन में, डिस्टेंस तो सेम ही है ना Q1 की और Q2 का। Q1 और Q2 का दोनों केस में डिस्टेंस तो सेम ही है, फिर ओनली डायरेक्शन इज अपोजिट, दैट इज नथिंग इज चेंज हियर. व्हाट इज द डायरेक्शन ऑफ F12? सी, if you consider the direction of F1 to left hand side, then direction of F21 right hand side, only direction is opposite, thus the force is equal and equal, thus both the force are equal in magnitude. Then we write here, see, in this way. So F2 here, R21 is equal to minus R12. F21 is equal to what? Minus R12. मतलब कि इक्वेशन 3 जो है, देखो ये इक्वेशन 3, उसमें नेगेटिव साइन रख देनी है तो आपको क्या मिल जाएगा? R12. तो फिर आंसर क्या आ गया? देखो इसमें नेगेटिव साइन रखो तो R1 माइनस R2 है वो R2 माइनस R1 अपॉन R21 ऐसा हो जाएगा, हाँ कि ना? सो हाउ टू राइट दिस फोर्स F21? सो यू जस्ट राइट द फोर्स F21 इन दिस वे. सो F21 इज इक्वल टू K Q1 Q2 upon R21 cube into R2 minus R1. So this is the force on the 2-1. This is the force on 2-1. So you must be write this note in your books properly. Then after we are just go to this next one. Note it in your books properly. You must be understand how to give the direction. This both the forces are opposite. Now let's see. Consider this situation. If Q1 and Q2 have opposite sign. If Q1 and Q2 have opposite sign, then how we write this? See, if Q1 and Q2 have opposite sign, अगर opposite sign है तो क्या होगा? देखो, if you consider the opposite sign, then what happen here? You consider opposite sign, then attractive force. Then this force is attractive, nothing is changed. Here the force is attractive, remaining task is similar. Remaining task is similar, only attractive force. If attractive force means both are attract to each other, means the force is towards each other. This type of force is what? Towards each other. If you consider the first case, then the force is away from each other, that's a repulsive force. If you consider this situation, then force is towards each other, it means that is the attractive force. Then how we just draw the figure? See, let's consider the same situation, x, y and z, somewhere here Q1, somewhere here Q2. Let's draw the unit vector form. Then this is the position vector of Q1, that is the position vector of Q2. Then how you gives the force? See, let's we are just gives the direction. Then force on Q1 is in this direction, that is the F12, and force on Q2 is in this direction, that is the F21. Direction change हो गई. What is the distance between them? Distance is again same, R12. बट यहाँ पे चेंज क्या हो गया? देखो F12 और F21 अपोजिट हो गया. जो पहले था, पहले F21 के किस तरफ था? राइट लेफ्ट हैंड साइड, तो यहाँ पे राइट हैंड साइड हुआ. पहले F12 किस तरफ था? तो उससे यहाँ पे अपोजिट हो गया. सो व्हाट इज द डायरेक्शन? What is the direction of R12? So here this direction is represents R12 and this direction represents R21. यहाँ पे अपोजिट है लेकिन वो डायरेक्शन ही चेंज हो गया, ठीक है. तो यहाँ पे फोर्स कैसे लिख सकते हो? देखो, फोर्स ऑन Q1 ड्यू टू Q2. तो F12 is equal to K Q1 Q2 upon R12 square into R12. ऐसे होगा. सेम फॉर्मूला आएगा लेकिन डायरेक्शन कौन सी वो ही देखना है यहाँ पे. In first case R12 is in the direction of Q2 to Q1. Here the R12 is from Q1 to Q2. Okay. Here what? This one. This R12 Q1 to Q2 क्योंकि attractive force है, ठीक है. So similarly how we write this force on Q2 due to Q1 कैसे लिख सकते हैं? F21 is equal to K Q1 Q2 upon R12 square और R21 square, डिस्टेंस तो सेम ही है दोनों का, into R21. So R21 किस तरफ है? देखो 2 से 1. What is the direction of 2 to 1? 2 1 then 2 to 1, that's so q2 to q1. So here you must be not this q2 to q1, देखा डायरेक्शन अपोजिट है यहाँ पे भी, मतलब कि एट्रैक्टिव फोर्स हो या फिर रिपल्सिव फोर्स हो, फोर्स मस्ट बी इक्वल इन मैग्नीट्यूड अपोजिट इन डायरेक्शन. So write down one special note. Force in case of electrostatic force, the force on both the charge are equal in magnitude and opposite in direction. Maybe they are attractive, maybe they are repulsive. बट एट्रैक्टिव के केस में जो डायरेक्शन होगी उसके अगेंस्ट में, मतलब वो और किसकी अपोजिट होगी, रिपल्सिव के केस में जो भी डायरेक्शन उसके अपोजिट होगी. नॉट दिस वन इन योर बुक्स, देन आफ्टर वी आर जस्ट गो टू दिस नेक्स्ट वन. नोट इट, नॉट दिस. ओके, लेट्स सी दिस वन. यहाँ पे मतलब F यहाँ पे ये डायरेक्शन किसके डायरेक्शन में, देखो दिस वन. आई एम जस्ट राइटिंग अगेन हियर सो योर आइडिया विल बी क्लियर. दिस R12 इज इन द डायरेक्शन ऑफ C. दिस R12, यहाँ पे R12 कौन से डायरेक्शन में, Q2 से Q1 तक, Q2 टू Q1. और एट्रैक्टिव फोर्स में क्या था, R12 Q1 से Q2 था, यहाँ पे Q2 से Q1. इसमें देखो यहाँ पे R वो है जो A21, उसकी डायरेक्शन क्या है, देखो यहाँ पे R21 दैट्स Q1 टू Q2, दैट्स अ Q1 टू Q2. दिस वन इज फ्रॉम Q1 to Q2. Do you understand? So this is the difference between the repulsive force and attractive force. If you consider the repulsive force, then its meaning is what? Then what is the meaning of this repulsive force? Both this force are away from each other. And what is the meaning of attractive force? Both this force are towards each other, equal in magnitude, opposite in direction. Equal in magnitude, opposite in direction. In electrostatic force, Newton's third law is again applied. You must be not this. All of you must be not this. In electrostatic force, Newton's third law is applied. What is the meaning of this one? Force on the both charges are equal in magnitude and opposite in direction. Must be not this. Force on the both charges. Which force? Electrostatic force. Which force? Electrostatic force. Electrostatic force on the both charge are equal in magnitude and opposite in direction. Must be not this. Then after we are just go to this next one. Okay, note it.